Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features a team that can get it done on the ground. The Broncos are top 10 in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Jags defense that needs to be ready for that. So let's get you out to Denver for the call of our game. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we are located a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building here in downtown Denver. Today, two AFC teams set to do battle as we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Bortles now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And the box that's highlighted is for Hearns on this offense.
Do you have your track shoes available? Because Allen Hearns is a guy that gets you on your horse if you're trying to defend him. He can take anyone deep and win on any route.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They run it again with Anderson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Now a give. Running right is Anderson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The offense on your screen now, and our first look at C.J. Anderson.
And what a look it's going to be. Making a name for himself rapidly running the football.
Let's go!
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Dante Fowler just made a play that he could be really proud of there. Nice tackle for loss, and what a relief it is for him to be back on an NFL field after missing his entire rookie season with a knee injury.
I think the entire defensive unit is relieved that he's out there. Throwing, Hundley, and he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action here on 1st down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. And a look at the defense now. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Back to the ground. Anderson fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Now Hundley, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, this from 48. And McManus able to put it through. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down. Second down now after the pass completion. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On the end around, here comes Smith. And he's brought down. offensive mistake pushes them back. Now it's second and a little bit longer. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Bortles to throw on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him for a loss of a yard, and it'll bring up third down. So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Throwing now is Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They do go for it. It's Bortles. He hits White. Complete. 22 yards on the pickup there. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. From midfield, here's Bortles. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case, the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
There we go now.
Now Bortles again. That one complete to Anderson. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They'll come out in the pistol. Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now they'll throw it. Bortles. It's caught right side. It's Hearns. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Allen Hearns with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back to Denver right after this. Throwing, Hundley. And he hits his man on the out route, Demaryius Thomas. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And the big tight end shifting around. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They come out here in the eye. Now Hundley, and his throw here's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. Third down here.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Oh, nice move. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
So here's Britton Colquitt and the Denver punt team. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The youngest member of the Colquitt punting dynasty, if you will. This is Britton Colquitt to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On first down, Bortles. So nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
Bortles now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go do it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On second down, here's Bortles. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On play action, now Bortles. This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. Bortles now on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get it. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
The second sack of the game for Von Miller. We know about his speed, but for me, his ability to bend and get underneath guys trying to block him, it's almost unparalleled what he gets done. He loves to get to the quarterback.
He does love getting to the quarterback. You know what he also loves, folks? Chickens. He minored in poultry science at Texas A&M, ended up loving it, now has a chicken farm in the Lone Star State. True story. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And coming out now, the Broncos. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They come up in an offset eye. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 10th carry now for Anderson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and 4th down coming up.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing is Bortles. Dancing to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. The bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way. Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And now out come the Jags. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll get 16 yards there, and it'll give the Jags a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Here we go. Green. Black 58, rail. Black 58. Green, 9.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
Another pistol look here.
Here we go now. Green, 8.
Now they send a man in motion right. So they're on the 5-yard line here, 2nd down and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. Bortles. And that is incomplete.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, though, give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You could hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They come up in an offset eye. On 2nd down, Anderson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Their big tight end, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And the lead is down to 20. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the inline, so it'll come out to the 25. The Jaguars getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Flag 58, right? We go. Flag 58, right?
And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them? Great tendency and go play action and go for the big shot.
That one complete to Anderson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. On second down, it's Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's caught right side, it turns. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
All right, that winning streak kept alive, Charles. A lot of positive momentum. I think if you're this coach right now, you're all smiles in every press conference.
You know it's going to be difficult for the coach and his staff? How do they correct things? How do they tell the guys they're not playing well? Because each and every week now, we're seeing them play at the highest level. This team is playing the best football in the league.
So for the Jaguars, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.